Hello, Pokey Peeps. This is Ollie Mae, and today we are reading an Antisepticeye fanfiction. I relax in my bed, I doze off, and soon I am asleep. Hours later, I awaken, but not in my house. I am in an old world full of demonic creatures. I stand and walk around aimlessly. I begin to sprint, thinking it's all a nightmare. I feel my body bump into a large figure. "Oh, I am so sorry. I apologize." The man whispers. Suddenly, red strokes surrounded the two of us, and we are in a large room. "Stay here," the man instructs me. He leaves the room, and I am all alone. I can't say that word really. The F happened, I asked myself. "Well, my friend here found you for me," a high, raspy voice explained. I rolled around and see a man. His hair is green and his eyes are a dark shade of green. He is smiling evilly. "Call me Auntie." Auntie continues. He walks around me, so I stay still. He snaps his fingers and I am in a revealing outfit. Picture shows. Auntie nods with a smile and once again snaps his fingers. The two of us sitting at a table in the middle of a ballroom. Demons are staring at you with anger. Auntie rests his hand on my upper leg and makes me flinch. People continue to stare and whisper. After hours of embarrassment, Auntie and I walk into his bedroom. He throws me some PJs and turns around. I get into the PJs and sit on the bed. "All right, dear, I had my friend Darkiplier search for you. I know you will make an excellent toy." Auntie explained. This is so, I began. "No more right now, dear. You should get some sleep. You have a long day tomorrow," Auntie said, cutting me off. Suddenly, we were lying in the bed next to each other. The lights were out and I was tired. I passed out immediately, though still whirling my mind in my sleep. I think I had figured most of it out, maybe. I think Auntie wanted me for a toy, so he sent some Darkiplier guy after me. Now I'm here. I hope I don't fall for this dude. I am good at falling for the wrong guys. Suddenly, everything went black as I went to sleep. Auntie had taken me everywhere. Slowly, the two of us got to know each other. I hated to admit it, but I love Auntie. He is definitely not as evil as most say he is. Over time, I got to know Dark as well. Dark was slightly meaner. I walked down the long hallway that led to the throne room. Suddenly, Auntie appeared in front of me. "Get ready when we have a ball to attend," Auntie said happily. "Remember the music," I yelled, slipping away. Oh, over the 2 weeks, I taunt Auntie about music and suggested he use it at the ball. Earlier that day, Auntie sent out an outfit for me. I walked inside our large dark bedroom. I walked towards the bed, grabbed the beautiful gown, and put it on. I walked out of the bedroom and walked to the bathroom. Auntie meets me halfway. He is in a tuxedo. "You look quite beautiful," Auntie gasped. "Thank you." I say it was a blush. "You look quite handsome yourself." I continued to brush. Auntie intertwines our hands together and we walk to the ballroom. There is music and the people are enjoying it. Auntie notices me smiling. "Is this what you dreamed?" Auntie questioned. "Yes," I exclaimed. Auntie smiles, and as always, he escorts me to a large table. Dark sits on the opposite side of him. Auntie's servants are running around like mannequins. Every moment I thought about Auntie asking me to dance. I didn't know how. Auntie explained, I forgot he reads minds. I know, I replied with a smile. Dark can dance. Auntie seemed to suggest, you need to get to know him. Auntie continued happily. Dark looked over. Yes. I will dance with you, Dark answered my thoughts unwinkingly. I smiled and stand up. Have fun, my dear. Auntie yelled after me. Dark whirled me around the ballroom floor. It was amazing. It was fun to dance with Dark. As always, Auntie had a meeting to attend to. The next day, I tried to occasion myself in multi ways. After 2 hours, I stood up and walked outside into the balcony. In my hands was a piece of scratch paper and a pencil. I sat down and began to draw. Every time I draw, my hands and heart do it all. I usually find myself looking off into the distance while drawing. Hours later, the picture is finished. I looked at my drawing to see what I had created. It's a picture of Auntie kissing me on the balcony. Normally, I end up drawing a dragon, my family, or wacky design, never a picture of me with someone. I looked out over the town called Raven. I love it here and would hate to go. Suddenly, Dark walks outside with me. Auntie is setting you free, Dark explains with no emotion. He is wearing a suit and tie, like everyone else in the castle. I don't want to go, I whispered to myself. Dark grabs my hand and walks me back inside. Wait, I need to do something. I will meet you outside, I tell Dark. Hurry, Dark answers and walks outside. I grab my pencil and write on the drawing. Dear Auntie, I hate leaving. Honestly, I don't wish to go. I don't want you to leave, but I must leave if that is what you wish. I want what you want. All I would like you to know is I love you. I trust you and I will never forget you. With love. I think it's your name. Ollie. Ollie May. Oh, your first, middle, last. Okay. I'm still gonna say Ollie May. I send the note on Auntie's nightstand. I walk out to find Dark. He grabs my hand and I notice a fear rolled down his cheek. I won't forget you too, I yell before being swallowed by black smoke. Next thing I knew, I woke up in my bed. I popped back down on the pillows sadly. Auntie, I know Ollie May didn't love me. She doesn't trust me either, so I had to set her free. That's what you do when you're in love, right? I walked down. Oh wait, is that supposed to be Auntie? I know Auntie didn't love me. Okay. Oh wait, no. Yeah, Ollie May. Okay, yeah, so it's me. Get confused. Lol. I walked back upstairs into my bedroom. As I laid down, I noticed a drawing and a note on my nightstand. I will look at it some other time, I whispered to myself before sadly going to sleep. It was a second night of me being back here in the normal world. The thunder seemed to shake my house. There had been a tornado warning, flash floods, and a hurricane everywhere. I sat on my bed with my legs crossed. Suddenly, I noticed a small necklace around my neck. A small necklace on my nightstand. Oh. Lol. It was never there before. I grabbed a hold of it and inspect the necklace. It was one Auntie gave me 6 days ago. It was a locket. Inside was a picture of Auntie and I. I placed the necklace around my neck with a smile. My heart seems to be smashed into bits. Suddenly I remembered something. Auntie had told me that if I ever needed help to just say his or Dark's name. Auntie, I yelled, looking around at my roof. I see lights struck a tree in the distance, but I too sad to move. A tear rolls down my cheek. I miss Auntie. I finally stand up and retreated to my basement. My basement is cold. Suddenly Dark appears from the shadows. You called? He asked. Take me back, please. I plead. I can't. I'm sorry. Auntie won't allow it. He wants you to be happy. Ollie Mae, you're not happy with us. Or at least Auntie thinks so. Dark explains. I see the smoke appear around me. I'm sorry, Dark says before disappearing. I'm happy there, I whispered. Okay, so third person. Ollie's heart shatters. So you thought Auntie read her note, but he couldn't. The windows were left open, and a breeze blew the note under the large bed. Auntie would never find it there. 3 weeks later, maids swept the kingdom's bedroom floor. I struck my broom under his bed and swept everything out. A note flew out from under the bed. I knelt down, picked up the letter, and read it. I stood immediately and ran to the throne room. I grasped the large metal knob. Come in, Linda, Dark yelled. I walked into the room. I crisply and smiled. Your Highness, I found a note. It's signed by your lover, I say, handing him the note. I could see the hope in his eyes. Boil, then fade. He doesn't love me, he said before reading the note. Sir, you should read the note, I whisper. His eyes darted down to the paper, and I followed his eye. A smile grew on Auntie's face. I shall be back tomorrow, the king yelled before vanishing in a puff of green smoke. Dark indented the letter from the chair towards him. I smile and exit, but not before I glanced at Dark. My heart is in an angry or something was every single living moment. Every night I asked Auntie or Dark's name, but nothing happened. I stumbled up to my bedroom. I sat on the bed. Auntie, Dark, please, I asked with no answer. Silence. I popped down on my bed with a sigh. Maybe it was a dream, I say, crying. No, it wasn't, a familiar voice explains. My jaw dropped as I cried tears of joy. Auntie slid towards me, his gasp. He gasps my waist and pulls me close. Suddenly the green frog explains the two of us. We appear on the balcony. It's just like my drawing. I stand on my tippy toes and kiss Auntie. As we kiss, I felt something warm and electric-like. Suddenly a question popped into my head. Why is Auntie different? He is unlike Dark and the others, but in a good way. The only time he seems evil is at those idiotic meetings. Auntie released from the kiss. You really want to know, don't you? He asked. I've forgotten. Auntie can read minds. I nod. Ollie, it's a long story, but there's the short version. I'm half human, half demon. My mother was a human and my father was the king. Like me, Auntie explained. I could tell he was serious. I understand, Auntie. I think with a smile. Auntie leads me back inside. He leans down and pinches my cheek. Will you be my queen? He whispers into my ear. I nodded with a smile. You have to join me in all the meetings, unfortunately. Auntie jokes, but with some seriousness. That's fine, Auntie, as long as I'm here with you, I say, keeping my hands around his neck. Auntie smiles and takes my hands. We walk into the meeting room on the 8th floor. We enter the room with 2 long tables and 2 thrones. Auntie teleports us to thrones. I happen to love mine. My throne is fancy. Throne is fancy with black horns at the top. Auntie's is green with... Oh, is that supposed to be like a color choice? Flamey, I'm gonna say flamey. Was black horns at the top. Auntie's is green with dark green arms, wrists, and legs, and the thorns on the top are black with Antisepticeye on the end. Auntie begins the meeting. They discuss the well-beings of the town. Our town is overflowed with humans. A older man yells, "They make life difficult." A young woman yells. People shout and object to humans. Enough. Dark yells for Auntie. Dark had been standing beside Auntie's throne the entire time. I remember Auntie offering him a throne, but he refused. Everyone fell silent. I checked Auntie's perspective. I checked Ollie's thoughts to make sure she is okay. She shouldn't be in the throne. A young man, child whispers. Only I, Dark, and the other demons hear him. I glare at the man, and I can tell Ollie is slightly confused. Humans can make things hard, but not all the time. They are very kind organisms. I yelled to the group. They stay silent. I will pass a new law. All that live here must have a pass. The maximum human limit will be 20. I compose. The others agree, and we sign the papers that pass the new law. What about your queen, Auntie? A man asked. I looked at him and grinned evilly. She does not need a pass. She was the first human to ever live here. I shall let her pass. I informed the men. He nods angrily. At the end of the meeting, I escort Ollie upstairs to the 100th floor. My castle is quite large. The 100th floor was my bedroom, and my bedroom, the balcony, Dark's room, and his private bedroom. I planned on adding 2 extra rooms to the west wing. One would be where my second piano was kept along Ollie's guitar, and the second room would be where I kept my surprise for Ollie. The surprise that would arrive tomorrow. I will have my carpenters build and furnish the 2 rooms tonight. Anyways, that is all the time I have for this video. If you guys liked it, please press the like button and subscribe if you haven't already.